Alright everyone, today we're going to be going over one of my favorite archetypes in the entire game, and that's going to be Discard. Discard used to actually be very RNG based, but with the addition of MODOK, you can make the discard decks a lot more consistent, especially when you're trying to use things like Dracula or Morbius to get that big power after you discard some things. So when MODOK discards your entire hand, you can make him only leave Apocalypse for the Dracula to hit, and all of those things that you discarded will buff up your Morbius and make him big for the power. Alright, so let's get right into this deck. This deck was actually created by a friend of mine, Scuba on Discord. He sent me this deck and wanted me to try it out. I had a lot of fun with it actually. I got a couple 8-cubed wins, and the main difference that I see in this deck is having She-Hulk in a discard deck. I never really thought about putting She-Hulk in these kinds of decks, but so what She-Hulk does is she's a 6/9 and she costs 1 less for each energy that you did not use the turn before. So this pairs well with the Sunspot that we have. If we skip out on some energy, he'll get buffed up and She-Hulk will cost less, so we can play her down. And it doesn't really matter if we don't get to play down She-Hulk, because when we play MODOK on 5 or 6, he will discard our entire hand and she will just add power to Morbius. So that brings us into Morbius right now. He's a 2/0, but that's okay because his ongoing is +2 power for each time you discard a card this game. And this is very good with MODOK because MODOK will discard your entire hand no matter how many cards are in your hand. And every single one of those will be adding power to Morbius, which makes him very big later on in the game. Next up, we have Wolverine. Wolverine, you probably won't be playing him out at all, even if he's the only thing you can play for 2 energy. You mostly just want to keep him to discard him out for the +2 power, because he's a 2/2, and when he's discarded or destroyed, he will come back at a random location with +2 power. So you can discard him with MODOK and he'll just jump out for 4 power for free. Or you can discard him with Colleen Wing, which will be the next card we're going over right now. Colleen Wing is a 2/4 and she will discard the lowest cost card you have in your hand currently. This is very good to pair with our Wolverine if we want to get him out, or especially Swarm. This is very good to pair with our Swarm because he's a 2/3. But if he's discarded from your hand, he will create 2 copies of himself in your hand that cost 0, which is very good to play out on the final turn, and just to discard a lot more things if you can do that with MODOK later. So yeah, Colleen Wing, it helps a lot with the consistency of our discards because we know what we're going to discard, and she's actually just a pretty good stat line of 2/4, which is good power for us. Next up, we have Lady Sif, who will discard the highest cost card from your hand, and she's a 3/4. Not bad, but she's mostly going to be used only to discard our Apocalypse to make him bigger, because we want our Apocalypse to be the highest cost card in our hand. So when you discard Apocalypse, he will come back with +4 power, and that's very strong because we want him to be as big as possible, because that's our main target for Dracula later on. So Dracula over here is a 4/0, but at the end of the game, he will discard a card from your hand and take its power. So if he discards Apocalypse at like 12 power, Apocalypse will do his little animation and give himself +4, and Dracula will actually gain that +4 and become a 16 instead of that 12 that he originally discarded. So basically Dracula is very powerful for us in discard, and he actually can't be countered by anything. He can't be countered by Cosmo or Enchantress because he's not ongoing and he's not on reveal. He just happens after the game ends. So the only thing that could probably ruin him is if his lane gets Galactused away, just completely destroyed. But that normally won't happen when you play out Dracula, unless you play him onto a lane you think will get destroyed. Next up, we have Shang-Chi. This is also something different that I didn't have in my original discard deck, but it's actually very strong, especially with all the Shuri going around. Shuri's still extremely strong. Shang-Chi is a 4/3, and his on reveal is to destroy all enemy cards at this location with 9 or more power. This is very good for people who have, once again, yeah, Shuri decks, but also things like Lockjaw with Thanos. If they pull out the big Infinite or Gigantos, you can Shang-Chi those if they think they're going to win that lane for free and catch them off guard with that. Next up, we have America Chavez, and she's just here to add more consistency to the deck, so we draw what we actually want to discard and stuff for the beginning of the game. Then we play MODOK on 5 most of the time and discard everything, and maybe have a couple swarms for free, and our Apocalypse pretty big. We can play out our 6/9 America Chavez for free. Well, not for free, for 6 energy, but we play out Chavez for 9 power. We can play out all the swarms and leave Apocalypse as the only card for our Dracula to hit at the end of the game. And that normally is very helpful for winning us the matches. Her main use is to give us the card draws that we want earlier in the game, but we always know that we'll have a 9-drop drawn on turn 6, no matter what, because of Chavez. Alright, that's it. Let's get into some matches here. Alright, here we go. First match. I've actually played against this guy a lot, so I know he's a pretty good player, so let's see what he does here. First turn, we have our Sunspot. We just want to get him down. M'Baku, that's pretty cool. You love to see M'Baku. Always remember to check if they're a Thanos deck. I didn't check that. That's unfortunate that we didn't get our Sunspot there, but we do have Colleen to hit the Swarm right now, which is very good for us. That's fine. That kind of hurts us, but we can still play MODOK on turn 6 if we want to do that. Let's see what this location is. Dark Tower, that's pretty good. Okay, so here we can see She-Hulk being very useful because we skip on 3 and we can play She-Hulk on 4 and we still get that Sunspot energy, so we're going to skip here. They also skip. We will play the She-Hulk. I'm not sure... What can we draw here? We have the deck tracker up. We can get... I kind of want to get Dracula. I'm going to hope we pull Dracula. So this is a Zoo deck. They might have Shang-Chi. I probably could have played that over here. Or in the middle. For the protection, but that's okay. We could Morbius here, then we're probably going to... this is really unfortunate because we won't get to play... We have to pick either MODOK or Chavez to play next turn. Because we didn't really get... We didn't pull Dracula, and we can't discard everything this turn. That's really unfortunate for us. I'm going to play Morbius on the right, though. He might have a Shang-Chi in this deck. Or he's just going to go for the buffs.
All systems go.
I'm honestly not sure if the Zoo decks run Shang-Chi. They might, though. Well, what does Morbius get? If we play out the Swarms, so there'd be 3 cards. I don't know if that's worth it, right? At 6 power on Morbius. That could be worth it. You never know, right? You can go MODOK. Swarm, Swarm. Something like that. If he has Shang-Chi, we're going to lose that lane, though. But he would have to commit a lot of power to that. Our Wolverine is going to jump out. I want to try this. I want to see how this plays out. Okay, so it's only Chavez. I think we just win this then. I was not expecting Chavez in the Zoo deck. But yeah, even though we didn't draw like our Dracula or anything like that, we still were able to pull out the win. We'll give them the fist bumps. That was a pretty good match. Let's get into this next one. Alright, next match. We're playing against Tarzan. I think I've also played against this guy a lot too. Unless it's just a lot of people having this name, which could be the case. So I'm kind of hoping we don't pull our Morbius or Wolverine yet, because we could use Colleen to discard the Swarm pretty early here. Okay, they got rid of our Chavez. That's okay. That's not really a card that we need. Okay, so we have to play Morbius because we don't want to risk discarding him with Colleen. Is this another Zoo deck? Is everyone playing Zoo now? Okay, yeah, so here we just play Colleen. I'm gonna play her on Big House because we can't play anything big over there. Decent power. Interesting to see Quinjet though. Ah, it's one of these decks. It could be a Dino deck using cards like Coulson. This is pretty bad for us here. I might just pass on this. I think I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass this turn and then play MODOK. If we can pull Apocalypse here, that would be perfect. Okay, Dracula. We're not gonna play Dracula. I think we're just gonna discard everything. Yeah. Morbius is gonna get big and we're gonna have a bunch of swarms to throw down. Wolverine will also jump out on the board, which is good. And our last three cards, we could draw Apocalypse, Shang-Chi, or Sunspot. We honestly want to draw Apocalypse here for the power, but let's see what he plays. He's gonna get our Dracula, I believe, because She-Hulk is at 2 right now. Or you can't see it there, but she's at 2 right now. I think he just gets the Dracula. Okay, well, he's taking all of our cards. I'm guessing it's gonna be a Dino. We're gonna have a bunch of swarms to put down, though. Alright, Sunspot is gonna get pretty big, actually. We'll put Sunspot there, and then we fill the rest of the board with swarms. I'm not gonna be snapping. I probably won't snap in this video just because I don't want anybody to leave. And I actually want, I want to see how the games actually go. Let's see what he does here. I feel like it's just going to be a Dino somewhere with the way his deck is going. He's got 7 in hand. It's got to be a Dino. Or he might just leave. No, he's going. Is it Dino? He might just be playing down things that Coulson gave him, or that he took. Nick Fury. Iceman. Squirrel. Alright, so we win all 3 lanes. That was a very good match for us. We got all those swarms down. That was a good match, yeah. We didn't have to use our Dracula or our Apocalypse or Chavez, and we still were able to get the win. Mostly because Morbius, he got that 14 power. That's very strong. Because MODOK is able to get rid of all of that, give us all these swarms to fill up the board. Very nice. Let's get into the next game here. Here we go. This guy is also an infinite. It's not Thanos. Okay, Quantum Realm actually helps us with Morbius. It just gives him a extra free 2 power. This is not good for us depending on what it is. Yeah, this is really bad for us. I mean, we can stay in for a little bit and see what he got. Sometimes on Lamentis, you can just snap and they might just leave. We could try that. I don't really need the cubes, so I'm just going to snap off Lamentis and see if they... Yeah, they leave. Normally when it's something like Lamentis, Weird World, or District X, you can just snap and they'll probably leave the game. Just like that. Alright, let's get into the next one. That was a free game. Alright, here we go. It's not Thanos. Okay, Patriot. We probably won't play that, but we will get to discard it. It's just another card to discard. Another Sunspot. A lot of people run Sunspot. Ah, interesting. We'll play Morbius on the right. Lizard. It's kind of interesting. Maximus. I think we might just play out Calling Wings somewhere, like right here. Because we don't really need those two cards that they gave us. The Patriot and the Maximus. And if we do end up pulling our Swarm or Wolverine, it can get discarded by MODOK. I think we might want Dracula over here, just because Thor could get pretty big. He could play the hammer on Luke's bar and keep popping it. So we're gonna contest that with Dracula. Okay, so he took our Dracula. I think that's from Daily Bugle. We will play this here. I'm hoping Wolverine goes to the middle. Oh, I completely forgot that we could, well, now we can't Shang-Chi his thing. But we do have our Apocalypse here. For the Dracula. So, I think we just win this. Once again, I'm not going to snap because I don't want them to leave. Dracula's going to give this Apocalypse another +4. So, I'm not sure how they win that lane. Let's see if they can win the other lanes. Oh, Shang-Chi. That could win it for them. Wait, no, that doesn't win it for them. We still win off of this, I believe. Yep, we still win. That Apocalypse with Dracula just gives so much power at the end of the match. And even that Shang-Chi, it can't stop our Dracula just because he happens after the end of the game. So they can't really do much to stop the Dracula. Alright, another good match. Let's get into the next one. I honestly don't know how many of these matches I'm actually going to put in the game. I mean, in the video, but we'll see. I'll probably just pick out the best ones. Because some of them... Well, so far we've had all pretty good games, but sometimes the games can be pretty bad. I will try to include losses, though, just to show what can beat the deck. Is this guy just gonna leave? I think this guy just leaves. Or just never connects. I think when this happens, you just get a free cube. Yeah, your opponent retreated. Victory. And free cube. Let's see if we can actually get into a match here. He's using the old Infinite card back. I'm not sure if he has Infinite this season. And just trying to run that. Nothing to play on turn 1, so let's see. Shocker. Just another thing for us to discard. We could play him out just for the power. I think I will. I'll just play him out for power. Baron Mordo. Okay, Shang-Chi. I'm hoping we don't need the Shang-Chi. The Mordo was from the hub. Subterranea. Okay, this here is good for us with the Sif. I'll play Sif in mid. They pass on 3, so they could play She-Hulk for 3 energy here. If they wanted to. If that's what they're trying to do. I'll put Dracula in his own lane. Then we're probably gonna Morbius. Or not Morbius, MODOK, my bad. I think we Modok left. We're gonna discard a lot of things here. He zeroed the Red Skull. Nice, that's a good spot for him to jump to. I'm probably just gonna ditch the Red Skull lane. I don't want to deal with that. And then they have to add... If we play this here, he can't Taskmaster and win. This will become a 20. I'm not gonna snap, but I think we win this. Does he play Task? He plays Task. In what, Titania? Sunspot. So we win that lane. And we win this lane. With the 20 power Apocalypse. Apocalypse just gets so much power if you get the discards right. See, that's a really good game to just show how powerful Dracula can be in this deck. That's like 20 power that they didn't see coming. They thought She-Hulk could have it won. I guess that's what they're doing here. But yeah, we beat a Red Skull Taskmaster player with this. Alright, let's get into another one. Alright, here we go. It's not Thanos. This deck is really fun to use though, I gotta say. Nothing for turn 1. Discard is always so much fun. The thing is with this deck, it's not as RNG based as the old discard because you have Modok to guarantee you get rid of your whole hand. You have the Colleen, and you know what that's gonna hit. You know what the Sif is gonna hit. It's just overall a fun deck to play. Here I think we could pass. I'm just gonna pass. We have to hope we pull our Apocalypse here. Mr. Negative on 4. I like that variant. Pretty cool variant he's got. Well, we know we're gonna pull Chavez. So we don't have to play the... We don't have to play out the She-Hulk. Because we can just add that power to Morbius and then play our 6 energy Chavez next turn. The real question is where are we going to put this Modok down? I don't know if we want to spread our power too much because it's negative. He can play a lot of big power. So I might just put it on the Morbius lane here. Okay, so we put a lot of stuff on this lane too. Oh, he just left. Okay. Well, that was easy. We didn't even see what he played. Give him a little fist bump. Yeah, negative's pretty hard to play when you don't draw into ramp to get him out on 3. But yeah, great match. Alright, let's see. Never Lucky. It's not Thanos. Hit Swarm. There we go. That's big. I'm pretty sure they can see when our... Yeah, they can see when our Swarm gets hit, so they just retreat. Unlucky for them. I guess they were right with the Never Lucky title. Alright, here we go. Dr. Doom, definitely not Ultron. Funny names out here today. So we're gonna pass on 1 here. I'm hoping we pull Colleen or something here. Maybe Morbius to get down. Would be nice. Let's see what he does. Okay, the Raft. I might just play Wolverine to contest the Raft a little bit. That's okay for us. We don't really care about the power there too much. I'm gonna pass here. Debris. This is probably a Patriot deck then, with the definitely not Ultron thing. I'm pretty sure this guy is gonna commit everything to the Raft. I'm gonna do Dracula on the Raft. He's gonna get a free 6 cost. Depends on what that is. Okay, that's like the best thing for it to hit. And he gave us another thing to discard with MODOK. So we have to decide which lane are we gonna go for. This lane already has +3 on the rock. I'm assuming it's a Patriot Ultron deck. I think he would go... I think he would get greedy with... Oh, I know, that's Monster Metropolis. Never mind. I thought that was one buffing the Patriot cards. I might just play it here. Viper for the rock. Interesting. It might be a hazmat leader. Okay, that's weird. I think this guy might just leave the game. That's 11. Huh. So we're putting 13 over here. He has to play 7 power on the left to win it. Oh, but we win middle too. I think we just full commit to left. Because he has to win... He has to win all the lanes. Or he has to contest all the lanes. Because our Dracula's gonna get 9 and go up and win by 1 if he doesn't buff anything there. So we'll just commit to the left. Oh, we filled it! Well, that's awkward. I think we just win anyways, though. I forgot what the location was, but it's perfectly fine. We hit the Wolverine and we're still winning. I completely forgot what Sacred Timeline did. Kinda like how I wasn't looking at Monster Metropolis earlier. Alright, let's see if we can do another one. Alright, we'll record one more. We're playing against 8-Bit Shop. I get it, I get it. 8-Bit Bishop, I get it. Pretty good. Skip this turn. I hope we don't pull another 1 or 2 cost. Oh, that's perfect for us. We're gonna hope to... Alright, we can do this and this. This is looking pretty good for us here. Zabu. This could be a negative. I know that you can use Zabu to get negative out on 3. Probably not, though. Well, maybe. We'll see. Do we just take this lane? We could, or go for more swarms. Do we think they fill it this turn is the question. With 4 energy? I don't think they fill this lane. I honestly don't think they fill the lane. Yeah, they don't. Warpath. Ooh, we could play down She-Hulk over there. I think we She-Hulk, and then... Yeah, this is looking really good for us. I might have snapped on this one, but... I'm just not gonna snap in the videos because I want the whole game to play out if possible. I know I say that a lot, but... You probably could snap in this situation if you really wanted to. They did fill it. We have Infinite. Well, right now I think we're winning this lane. They might have something like Spectrum. Do we try to cheese out the Infinite though? Huh. Because Infinite still has his ability. If we pass, we add 6 on the left, we draw Chavez, we could still play 20 power Infinite and the Swarms. Because I don't think we really need to Modok here, actually. I'm going to skip this turn. He snapped. I might just snap back. I don't really care about cubes. If he wins, I'll help him get to infinite. If he's not already infinite, I'll look at the card back here. Let's see. It'd be really funny if he leached Onslaught. Well, we know it's an ongoing deck. With Onslaught, it could mean... What could he use to buff this stuff? Could just go for this, this. Oh, wow. We could put down Chavez also. We also could We could Shang-Chi if we know where he's gonna play it. I mean, we still have 7 energy to work with here. We can only play one of these. I don't think he can beat this if we just do that, that. We add another 1 over there. I don't think he can beat it, honestly. Let's try that. Oh, Omega Red. Wait, but he doesn't win it by 10. Because we have Infinite. Oh, wow. Yeah, we win that. So we got a free 8 cubes off this guy. Well, I guess not free, but... Omega Red is really cool to see, though. That's actually not a bad looking pixel variant either. That's a pretty interesting strategy, actually. That probably would have beaten us if we didn't get the Infinite from the Raft. But either way, good game. And I think that's probably going to be the last one here, because we already have a lot of games recorded. Don't want the video to be too long now. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this video, and I just want to thank everyone who's actually watching these Marvel Snap videos. These videos have been performing insane for me, personally, on my channel. The first one that I did before earlier this week is the most viewed video I've ever released, and it's crazy to think about that. I made one video and this community is just amazing like that. So I definitely want to keep making more of these Marvel Snap videos. Let me know what you think about Discard down in the comments. Once again, thank you to Scuba for providing this deck. It's very strong, very fun to play. I recommend it for anyone. You can definitely climb with it. You just have to be careful with some things, especially things like Cosmo. We didn't see Cosmo today, but Cosmo can shut down your discard cards. Yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great day. See ya.